How's it going, guys? It's finished. Crystal Palace 1, Watford nil in the Premier League, which confirmed Watford's relegation to the Premier League and bumps us up to ninth in the Premier League table. Not bad, that, eh? Um, Obviously, it wasn't the greatest performance. Not a whole lot to shout about, but in the end, all that matters really is the 3 points. So we'll go through pretty much the whole game itself and get as many people involved as they want. So if you want to have your say, by all means, jump in on the chat. I'm going to put the link in the chat now. Just bear with me here 1 second. Um, 1 second there, folks. Sorry, trying to work things out here a bit, folks. So um, let's um, let's talk about the game. So if you want to have your say, by all means, jump in. I'm here to talk with you guys. So if you want to have your say, um, well, obviously, I'm going to try and click the link here for you now. Just bear with me here 1 second, guys. Sorry about that, folks. Slight technical issue, but the link now is in the chat. So if you want to have your say, click the link, jump in, and let's talk about this 1-0 win to Crystal Palace. Roy's boys are officially relegated to the Championship and ninth in the table. Positive goal difference and an outside chance of Europe. I don't think anyone would have predicted that after the defeats to Leicester and Newcastle. Obviously, the defeat to Chelsea in the FA Cup was another thing entirely. What are your thoughts on the game? How do you think the game went? I wasn't watching the game. I was following it on my phone. And obviously, we had to play against 10 men for the remaining 20 minutes or so, which is never ideal because, sometimes a team goes down to 10 men. They even play better with 10 men than they do 11. Um, we've got a comment here from Earth Extremities. Big up to you. Earth Extremities here says Watford were playing for their lives and their keeper made some good saves to deny Palace scoring a few more goals. Palace dominated the game and it's a good win. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Obviously, Michael Olise nearly had a goal of the season rewrite contender, as did Odson Edouard. And that lineup, I was thinking, bloody hell, that's very attacking. But it was great to see Eze, Elise, Zaha, and Edouard in on a team sheet together. But still no Tyrick Mitchell. I know he came on to replace Mark Gurhey, who got injured in the second half. But no, listen, I'd fully agree with that. That's a totally fair comment to make, Earth Extremities. I think if we were a little bit more clinical, it could have been 2 or 3. But to be fair to Ben Foster, as you've said, he did make some good saves. Um, but yeah, Essex Eagles pretty much here voicing what I've just said here when he says that we were dominant, but we couldn't finish our dinner again. As I said before, people, we plated up all the food. We had the macaroni cheese, we had the rice and peas, we had every kind of food we wanted on the plate. Couldn't finish it. And yeah, it's frustrating when that happens because we should be beating teams like Watford 2-3-4-0 at home. Because look, they're poor. They're down there for a reason. Let's be clear. They're 10 points behind Burnley, so they're already going to go down today. And to only win 1-0, it is still 3 points. It is by no means a bad result, but yeah, part of me thinks it should have been more. But if you want to have your say, the link is in the chat, so please do jump in. I'm really excited to hear what you guys have to say. But listen, 3 points is 3 points, and that is all that matters. I won't lie though, the lineup was very interesting. It was not expected. I know I've briefly touched on it before. I went back into the comments section, but can't really say it was a bad lineup because the only real surprise probably was that Guaita wasn't in goal and that Jack Butland started. But I don't think Jack Butland had a thing to do. I really don't. I think he should have just put out a deck chair on the goal line and just took it handy because Watford without Troy Deeney is a Watford to never be afraid of. So, you know, but I hope they don't come back up next season. I really do because they're just one of those teams that you just know the minute they come up, yeah, you're going straight back down. Not even up for debate, really. But if you want to have your say, people, by all means, please click the link. It is officially in the chat. There it is. They're highlighted on the screen. If you want to have your say, by all means, please jump in. I'm really eager to hear what anybody would have to say about the game. But yeah, Palace, that's 44 points now. That's got to be mathematical safety, surely. There's no way in hell we're going down now. Surely not. We've got to be safe by now, for crying out loud, because I'm fairly certain the teams down the bottom are not 9 points off us, as far as I know. But if I'm wrong, by all means, please let me know. Sorry, here's Essex Eagles comment here. He's saying that Edouard played well and needs to get some more game time. This is the thing. I understand why people want to see more of Jean-Philippe Mateta, because prior to him saying, when I score, I need you to say boom and all that, he was playing very well. But we bought Odsonne Edouard for a reason, and that was to mainly get a goal scorer that we knew was clinical. People might laugh at the Scottish League and say, oh, it's terrible and what have you. Sorry, just my TV was on there for a second. Oh, the Scottish League's not a good barometer to judge players on and the rest of it. But listen, he was playing at Europa League and Champions League football at Celtic, and he was clearly doing something right. But today, yeah, he was a bit unlucky not to score. But I'm kind of unsure about Odsonne Edouard because part of me wants to see him play near enough every week because there must be something about him that made us sign him for the money we did. But at the same time, I can't really begrudge Mateta because Mateta's done really, really well. Earth Extremities here is saying Wolves came back from 2 goals down against Chelsea, which was a big surprise at the Bridge. So a Palace win of 1 goal is okay for me, even though there could have been more goals. No, absolutely. I mean, the fact that Wolves came back from 2-0 down to draw with Chelsea is good for us because we're now 6 points off Chelsea, I think, last time I heard. I don't know how true that is. I'm fairly certain that's not true. But yeah, you look at we're on 44 points now. I would say we're fairly likely to finish in the top half if we can get wins from arguably 2 of our next 3 games. I don't think we can beat Villa, but Everton and Man United, they're there for the taking. Granted, Everton away is never really a happy hunting ground for us, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But no, I'm really happy with the 3 points today. It's all about the 3 points. Got the job done, and kudos to Roy Hodgson because he's pissed off the entire Watford fan base by waving and clapping and blowing kisses to the Palace fans and talking to the Palace players without even acknowledging the Watford fans who made the short trip down from Hertfordshire to South London. But listen, had they got Roy Hodgson in at the start of the season, I think that he would have saved them. But they waited far too long to sack Ranieri, and then they sacked the guy before him before they really could get anything going in. So, Watford's sacking tactics have come back to them. 1 second here, we got Essex Eagle here has said we're 12 points from the bottom three and only 9 to play for. Yeah, we're safe, people. We're not going down this season. Don't worry about it. Chris Biggs Montana has said Udinese B coming up again in 2023. Biggs, enough of that, mate. I don't want to hear that business. Udinese B coming back up. I want them down in the championship for at least 5 years. Essex Eagle says we win all our games and all teams lose theirs, and we can be 7th in the table. And that would be amazing if that could come off. But I think we'd be heavily reliant on Wolves messing up, which obviously today they got a very valuable point away at Chelsea. We still have to play Man United at home, which could or could not go in our favour. Hopefully we beat them because I want to beat them so badly at Selhurst Park. I really do. And obviously we've got to play Aston Villa away, Stevie G and all that. So it's going to be it's going to be interesting to see how that game pans out. 1 second here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so it doesn't look like anybody wants to have a chat with me, so I might leave it there, folks, because unless somebody wants to jump in, because again, the link is at the top of the chat. So if you want to come have your say, by all means, click that link and I'll gladly add you to the conversation. But it's one of those days, isn't it? We weren't particularly amazing. We weren't particularly great, but we got the job done. And oh boy, even when we need Manchester United to do us a favour, this happens. Thank you, Man United. You useless bunch of, well, you know the rest. Chris Biggs Montana has said, please slap United. They are shite. Well, if they're losing to them lot from the South Coast, they really are shite. But, oh my word, that's just annoying now. That's just annoyed me a little bit. But, you know what, folks? I think I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. We're trying to do more instant match reactions, but obviously if we can't get people to jump in, then we'll maybe leave it for the match reaction shows. But myself, JC, and Rich will be back tomorrow for the match reaction to this Watford game. It's been a great result today. Not necessarily a great performance, but the result is all that matters. We got the win in the end. Clean sheet, 3 points, and Watford are relegated. Doesn't get much better than that, does it? Thanks for watching, folks, and we will see you for the next game away at Villa. Take care, folks, and up the Palace. See you later.